Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Opinion Machine, the show where we talk about all things gaming. My name is Killjoy. Today we're going to be taking a look and giving my first thoughts on Warhammer 40k Boltgun. And this is a game that's come out fairly recently, in the last couple months. When I remember when I first saw it, I really wanted to play it because it was like, oh, this looks like a game like Doom or like Quake, that kind of thing. And so here we are. I'm going to load into game first, and then we're going to go through some of the options stuff, because there's some really cool accessibility stuff in this game that I really want to talk about. But yeah, this is the Nintendo Switch version that I'm playing. It's also out on, I think, everything else. I know it's out on PC. And if you are into your kind of fast-paced shooters, where a lot of like just murdering a lot of enemies, then this game is for you. And also if you like retro styles and like big maps to walk around, I think you'll enjoy this. So when it finishes loading up, it does have a little bit of a long load time in the Switch version, it seems, for a game that is going for a retro aesthetic. Right. So here we are. Here is Warhammer 40k Boltgun. Here's my little friend who's been following me around, giving me all the information. There you go. But before we get into the actual gameplay, I do want to go over some option stuff here, because I think it's really important when you get to see things like this that are really, really cool. So, got your so you can adjust how big your crosshair is, all that sort of stuff, which is nice. You've got how easy it is to see. And then you have like sort of quality of life stuff, you know, things you'd expect for, especially for a console. Auto switch weapon, aim assist, all that. Hit sound indicators, pick up, toggle run. I now have toggle run on. I find that a lot better. Language. Okay, cool. Lovely. Nice settings there. Controls, you can change that, the sensitivity, your dead zone, your invert look. You can do customize these as well. I'm not going to fiddle with it because I quite like it as it is, but there's, you know, again, there's your Joy-Con controls. I don't think... Yeah, alternate control layout, default. I don't think there's motion controls in this. Doesn't say anywhere about it, so kind of a shame, because a lot of games on Switch like this do have them. Display your usual sort of stuff. Field of view. I haven't actually messed around with the field of view, so let's do that now. Currently set to 90, and you can see in real time at the back there 130. Oof. Look how stretched that looks. I would never play a game on the Switch at that unless the TV was massive, I don't think, but it's good that it goes up that far, and it goes as low as 75, which, again, makes everything super close. It's weird on retro games how FOV works. It feels like it makes things further away and closer, rather than sort of making it a wider angle. But we'll keep it on 9. Ooh! Ah, I can't reset it to 90. Interesting. Hang on. 97? Is that the original one? Ooh, okay. Well, we'll leave it on 92. That's not what it was set to, I think. But there you go. That's the field of view. I'm glad it's there. It's definitely a worthwhile option. Audio, you got all your standard stuff that you expect to have. Your master volume, your SFX volume, music, subtitles as well. I like to have subtitles on. Now, retro, this is an interesting thing. I currently have it set to on. That's on. So it's currently off. And you can adjust how retro it looks, the different palettes, and then pixelization, which is at 100%, or you can have it at that. Now if I stick that on, it looks like a game on Windows. I wouldn't recommend playing it like that. That is a very cool option though, I'm not gonna lie. We'll just turn that off for now, because that should... Oh! Maybe the retro part is for oh, it's for Bloom. Oops. We'll have that on. Let's hit resets on these. There we go. I actually like having pixelization at 100%. It makes the game look a little bit smoother, but it's just personal preference. And then lastly, accessibility. Now, I really like the fact that you're going to see invulnerability, give all weapons, and infinite ammo as part of the accessibility options. Now, this is the real thing that kind of surprised me when I was looking through here about this. Some people would argue that these are cheat codes, right? So essentially these are cheat codes without having to put the cheats in. But I like the fact that they have put these under accessibility, because that constant argument of, you know, hard, easy, all that sort of stuff around difficulty. I'm glad that these are here as an option. This game gets a bonus thumbs up from me, simply based on the fact that they are here and you can use these. I will probably not use invulnerability, give all weapons and infinite ammo until I've, you know, finished the game. And I fancy just messing around in it, just getting all the weapons from the go and just messing around with them. Sounds awesome. Like the fact that they are here, and they're not going to my knowledge, I don't know what happens if you turn it on. Nothing. So you're not even penalised for using it, which is awesome. You know, and I think more games need to do this sort of stuff where they have these essentially cheat codes in what you would call accessibility for people that just want to use it there, because sometimes you just want to, you know, you might be struggling. I can't find enough ammo for this gun. That's all I need. Okay, cool, I'll turn that on. Or like, I'm struggling to get by with the guns or weapons I have. Okay, we'll turn that on. Now you've got more choice. You might not be able to use all of them because unlikelihood is you're not going to find the ammo for some of them, but hopefully it'll help. And then the vulnerability is like, hey, you know, like that's totally cool as well. You just want to like romp through the game and just blow up things, not worry about dying. Sure. There are other accessibility options in here. Head bobbing on or off. I think that's just people that get motion sickness. Screen shake, similar thing. You can turn those things off. Rumble. Disable damage screen flash. So I think that's when you get hit. It flashes. I've not really noticed it, but I'm sure it happens. Charge impact pausing. That is when you run at an enemy. It slows down time, which I will show. Chainsaw pausing as well. Unlock all levels is in here. Interesting. So there's another cheat code. Reg purge filter. And disable warp pixelate effects. Yeah, parallax effects, sorry. And then servo scroll display time. So how long he's on screen, I think, or the thing in the top left corner. All in all, I would say that I really like what they've added in here. The fact that you've essentially got the cheat codes, but they've gone, hey, you know what? This is accessibility stuff for people that might struggle with this kind of game. Because it can get a little bit mazy at some point. You might run out of ammo. There's a lot of enemies on screen. I am all for it, and I think this is what more games need to do, is get away from traditional medium hard, easy, medium hard, and more customizable difficulty. I think that stuff is awesome. Anyone that says otherwise, usually I disagree with. But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, you know, this is great stuff. And for people that, you know, that genuinely might struggle with, you know, might only have one hand, like these sort of things allow them to still play the game and have fun with it, you know. Not that they can't play the game normally, but if they struggle with it, I'm glad those options are there. The only thing that I would say is missing is a colorblind mode, but I've yet to come across anything that's had any issues on me. So there's some help about what you can pick up. I found some of these things, I think. But yeah, all in all, shows you the different weapons. It's actually really cool, like what you can do with things like this. But yeah, all in all, very happy with the options here. Like I said, I would have liked to see a colorblind mode. I will just double check that there isn't one in here. There is not. Anyway, the game itself. So, I am a Space Marine. It's very, as you can see, the screen shake when I jump. I'm very stompy. I have a chainsword. I have grenades. I have the ability to charge into people, which is really, really, really cool. I can taunt. Which is awesome. You can taunt people. And then you can also... what weapons have we got? We've got the Boltgun, we've got the shotgun, and I also have the plasma gun. And it tells you their strengths. Boltgun's pretty great. It sounds pretty great. Let's show a bit of the game off. As you can tell, lots of explosions, lots of retro goodness. If I tap to run as well, click in to run, you move pretty quickly. I will say, for the most part, the game runs pretty well on Switch. I have encountered some slowdown. On the last level before this, there was a big fight. Show off the shotgun. Where are the enemies at? It's a big area, makes me worried. Well, this is the slowdown with the chainsword. Okay, that's what the shotgun does. Sends them flying backwards. And then we have this thing, which I don't even think I've used. But as you can tell, pretty ridiculous weapon. I am a massive fan of this aesthetic. I think this game looks very cool. Very, very happy with it. We also have grenades, crack grenades and frag grenades. I didn't realize there was different ones. Don't know how you change between them. Missing key. But yeah, my first impression of this game is it's very much inspired by those classic like Duke Nukem, Doom, Quake, all those sort of things. And the gameplay itself is very... It feels good playing this game. And what do I mean by that? You can... the stompiness, the sound effects make me sound like I am walking around, like properly stomping around. When I run, like getting a proper heavier... Just gonna use this on you. Take that. The sound effects combined with the visuals of like what you're doing. I will say I'm getting a weird audio effect right now, so I don't know if that's to do with this level or whether that's something that's happening in the game. Oh, I need keys, but which is unfortunate. But basically, the jumping and the screen shake when you land really shows that hey, you are playing as a Space Marine in a massive suit. It really, really helps. Can we go this way? Let's just taunt the door. But yeah, if you have played those kind of classic games that are all about the running and gunning, I wish I could find more enemies, because that would be... Oh, this way? Nope. Okay, well there's definitely a key around here somewhere. Now, bear in mind, I've not done this level before. I'm just using this as the example. This has probably missed something up here. Let's go have a look. But for a game that's like this, I've been enjoying just like playing it, and it's giving me like those vibes of those older games. And I've not run into anything I don't particularly like. Yeah, it is kind of tough. I've not died, but I have gotten to situations where I've had to play a lot more tactically, especially using this thing because it has the range. I love the sound this thing makes. I love the sound this gun makes. Like, they're so meaty, and then you can hear the shells falling on the floor. Like, all the weapons that I have so far, like, the sound effects really sell this game. Same with the chainsword, it's super cool. Ah. No. Part of me thinks that something should have spawned in here, like a lot more enemies, but... Ah. That's how we get in. I got grenades, so we do that. And you can see the grenades are pretty effective. Ah, we found a key. Lovely. The music in this game is also pretty phenomenal. Look at that. Yeah, I'm just going to chainsaw these guys. Because they seem like they died pretty easily. Oh. Look at that. Little pipsqueak. Down in the bottom left corner, you can see I have health and content. Content is basically your armor. I think that's a Warhammer 40k thing. I don't know much about it. I'm not the best person when it comes to the lore of these games. But most levels have you collecting keys, opening up new areas. Most levels as well, I've been finding new weapons, so there's likelihood a new weapon. The game usually... Oh, there's the shotgun. The game usually does a good job of giving you new weapons most levels so far, which is cool. And that's really about it. Like, if from the four or five levels that I've played, the game is being a ton of fun. Oh, I haven't shown the shoulder impact thing. Let me show you this if I can find an enemy. You can full on... There's some dudes. Oh, hello. You can shoulder barge people, which is super awesome. Let's try this thing out. Those guys, those Chaos Space Marines, always fire. They're forever firing, whatchamacallit, it's like grenades at you, so that's kind of... Ooh. This gun's great. I don't know if you can hold it down. As you can see, just very visceral, very fun. Lots of... I mean, I'm not even running around. I'm just stomping around like I do. But if you like classic run and gun games, classic shooters, some with collecting keys and stuff, you're going to love this game. The visuals do a fantastic job of selling it. The sound effects are flipping awesome. And so far, I've not run into... I've had the last level, I had a... some slowdown. There was a lot of enemies on screen. That might just be the Switch version. But all in all, for this game, I would say this has been a very fun experience so far. And it's one of those games that I'm just like, you know what? This is solid. So, and then you can see my servitor just constantly taunting me in the top left there. But yeah, if you like these kind of games, this would probably be the sort of thing you'd enjoy. So, yeah, that's going to do it for me today then, guys. Just going to shut him up a minute. Thank you very much for watching, as always. If you like the video, hit like. If you want to see more videos like this, then hit the subscribe button. Links for Facebook and Twitter will be down below in the description, as always. And until next video, I will see you then.